Tri-City Sports Now, you got Billson here. Marky Billson. That's some tough ones right there. I'm not going to comment on Steubenville. I think that's a pretty good bet by 2025 then that we got the Knoxville Smokies back and somebody's down there in Steubenville in the Appy League, don't you? Anyway, of course, I'll do the commentary tomorrow. I'd rather, I mention all the time, rather have the Double-A team, that sort of thing. And I guess the reasons why are for the reasons that I just told you. We don't know who the players are now. They've got some nice promotions going on. Don't get me wrong. It's minor league baseball. There's always nice promotions going on. I mean, you've got... and to be honest with you, though, sometimes I think it is more about the promotions. It's more about the bar in left field at Cardinal Park. It's all more about that than it is, let's just say, the game itself. I mean, I think that when you bastardized minor league baseball with pitch clocks, we got to put the runner at second base to start the 10th. I honestly would rather you just call it a tie after 9. I mean, I'm to that point. A gimmick like that. I didn't like it when they did it in softball. You had teams losing perfect games. It was just, horrible. And there you go. Now, things to recognize in the Appalachian League. There were some late changes with the Kingsport Mets and their coaching staff. They're managed this year by Rich Donnelly. Now, Rich Donnelly, who bats left, throws right, I see here on his bio. Anyway, Rich Donnelly, Mets do this. They'll put sometimes a veteran manager down in Kingsport. Years ago, they had Tim Foley, all this. But Donnelly is not that far removed from being a major league third base coach. Just a few years ago, he was third base coach of the Seattle Mariners. He's also coached for the Pirates, the Dodgers. Last year, he was the right-hand man to Eduardo Alfonso. Remember him, second baseman for the Mets? Alfonso is now the Brooklyn Cyclones manager, New York Penn League team. And so, you tell me, that's halfway decent there. He's going to be assisted by Mariano Duncan. Remember him with the Dodgers and the Reds? Pretty good infielder there. He's going to be the hitting coach of the Kingsport Mets. Rich Donnelly, like I say, he had a son named Bubba Donnelly, who was he played at Robert Morris, took the Colonials to the NCAA tournament, as I recall, good outside shooter. And another thing I remember about Rich Donnelly is that I used to be a sports writer, Wheeling Intelligencer, and I remember Nick Bedway, who's a prominent sports writer up there. He was in semi-retirement. Actually did a feature when Donnelly went to the Dodgers and did a big feature on him. And as I recall, remember I've told you how Tennessee got to be called the Big Orange? I guess I need to retell the story again. But here it is. Okay, in Steubenville, Ohio, where the Kingsport Mets manager is from, Rich Donnelly. We'll push back who's going to be playing for the Bristol Pirates after I tell you the story, okay? Rich Donnelly is from Steubenville, and Steubenville High School, nobody calls Steubenville High School in Steubenville, Ohio. It's Big Red. That's the nickname of the team. Big Red. Where do you go to school? Big Red. Who won the ballgame? Big Red beat their opponent. I forget who they play now. They beat Weir High. No, that's not something out of Dazed and Confused. That's what they call the high school in Weirton, West Virginia. Okay, yeah. There you go. Have a good big laugh at that. Weir High, yes. W-E-I-R. All right. Now, but no, and it is. It's you. The team is such. I don't know if they still do this, but it used to be. There was one TV station in Steubenville. And they were NBC, and instead of the Tonight Show on Friday nights in high school football season, they would preempt the Tonight Show, and they'd run the replay of the Big Red football game. But it was like, say you went to Dobbins-Bennett. Where did you go to high school? Indians. Say you went to Unicoi County. Where'd you go to high school? Blue Devils. Where did you... Big Red. I mean, it was just ubiquitous. They never, ever, ever, ever called Steubenville High School. In fact, I had to ask, and oh yeah, it's actually Steubenville High School, but only the sign out front says that. It's big red everywhere. Okay. Where was Ray Mears, the former basketball coach at Tennessee, from? He was from Ohio, right? He was from a small college in Ohio. And he knew just how ubiquitous it was in Steubenville to say big red. So he brought that down to Tennessee, hence Tennessee is big orange country. Now, no, you do not graduate from UTK and say, where'd you go to school? Big orange. No, you don't do that. But that's where, because of the ubiquitous nature of big red in Steubenville, Ray Mears knew that, and he created the phrase big orange country. That's where that comes from. Now you know. Rich Donnelly, Kingsport Mets manager, he's from Steubenville. Now, something else. I told you, Nick Bedway worked with them, Wheeling Intelligencer right there, did that big profile. He wrote all about, yes, under his Dodgers uniform, Rich Donnelly is known to wear a Steubenville big red t-shirt. And that's great. And that's fine. And that's to be accepted. Except Rich Donnelly went to Steubenville Catholic Central. I don't get it either. See what he can teach Mariano Duncan, okay? At least that's what it said on the internet that I read today. Okay, I guess it could have been wrong. All right, Marky Billson, more in the Happy League after this. It's opening day.